bonjour, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to pronounce in French correctly the most iconic fragrance brands. I know French is not easy at all, so this is a little crash course and we are going to have a lot of fun in this video. I'm going to show you how to pronounce these beautiful brands, so let's start. Okay, the first one is the most iconic and I talk a lot about this one in the Chanel. This is also my favorite one. This is Chanel. We pronounce en français Chanel. I love Chanel and my favorite one is of course the Chanel numéro 5, so not number 5. But numéro 5. And I have here the numéro 5, you know, I love to wear this one in Paris. This is one of my favorite fragrance here in Paris. It smells a little bit soapy, clean, fresh, a little bit also ambery on the base. It's a beautiful fragrance. It's like fresh air for me. The second one I want to mention is numéro 22. Slightly different, but the story said that numéro 22 is a different version of the number 5. It just has more flowers, more white flowers in the middle. It's a little bit more clear, transparent and watery, and a beautiful so gardenia in this one. And the last one I want to pronounce, of course, is Chanel 19 Poudré version. So Chanel 19. I love this one. This is one of the most iconic earthy green powdery perfume ever. Second brand I want to teach you to pronounce correctly, and I love this one with the beautiful perfume, is Guerlain. Of course, Guerlain, created by Jacques Guerlain. En français, Guerlain. I love so much this brand because some of the perfume are my favorite. So the first one I want to pronounce is Habit Rouge. It's supposed to be for men, but I used to wear this perfume and I love to wear this one during the winter. So this is a rose vetiver perfume, super powdery, very unique and original, super distinctive. I love the trail and the dry down of this one. This is a gorgeous perfume. Another one I love, and I also review this one, this is L'Heure Bleue. So we say blue hour in English, but L'Heure Bleue en français. And it was also the favorite perfume of Elizabeth II. This is also one of my favorite ones, my top 22 picks. This is a super powdery violet iris perfume. Last one, it's also the iconic of the brand. And he has something a little bit oriental also in the name, but in France we pronounce Shalimar. So Shalimar by Guerlain. Shalimar has really the signature Guerlinade of Guerlain, a mix of iris, bergamot and vanilla. This is a beautiful perfume. Okay, the fourth one, and you have to pronounce it correctly, we say Yves Saint Laurent. Yves Saint Laurent. Pronounce Yves Saint Laurent, and I love Yves Saint Laurent perfume. Unfortunately, I'm a fan of the Yves Saint Laurent of 10 years ago. I'm not such a fan of the new brands, of the new perfume of this brand. My favorite one, of course, this perfume changed my life. This is Ivresse by Yves Saint Laurent. So pronounce Ivresse. Beautiful, fruity, bubbly perfume, super fruity with a lot of exotic fruits. You're gonna find also peach, mandarin, lychee. There's another one, iconic, very Parisian. I think this one is the most Parisian of all perfume. This is of course Rive Gauche. Pronounce Rive Gauche by Yves Saint Laurent. And Rive Gauche is really dedicated to the other part of Paris, you know, the left side of Paris, and we say in French Rive Gauche. So Rive Gauche is a beautiful soapy white flower perfume with gardenia, magnolia, lily of the valley. It has a very beautiful aldehyde soapy notes on the opening. Iconic Parisian perfume. And the last one, of course, it's one of the most Parisian perfume of all. The name is Parisienne by Yves Saint Laurent, so pronounce Parisienne. You really have to pronounce the R in this one, so Parisienne. I love this perfume. This is a fruity perfume with blackcurrant, cassia, also a little bit of raspberry. beautiful red fruit perfume with an iconic leather metallic notes also. Very kinky Yves Saint Laurent, but beautiful iconic perfume. Okay, the fifth perfume brand, and this one is also iconic. This is Caron. Caron, so pronounced Caron. You have really to make the R in the name, so Caron. I love this brand. There are a few boutiques here in Paris. So my favorite one was Tabac Blond, so a tobacco perfume with some very powdery floral notes. It's very unique and it's very Caron because Caron used to blend, you know, different type of notes, very opposite notes together. And in this one you have a mix of tobacco notes and super powdery floral note. Another iconic one, and of course a lot of Parisian guys wear this one. This is Pour un homme, so pronounced Pour un homme. This is one of the most iconic, men iconic perfume, and here a lot of Parisian guys wear this one. Super iconic. It's a very aromatic, citrusy perfume with a cologne vibe, and it has also a very strong lavender notes on the opening and in the middle. So if you love lavender perfume, cologne vibe with something, you know, very South of France vibe, you're not gonna love this one. So the last one is a little bit difficult to pronounce, but is Fleur de Rocaille. So pronounced Fleur de Rocaille. So Fleur de Rocaille has been launched at the beginning of the century, and it's a super powdery, floral perfume. We're gonna find different type of flowers and also this very unique powder signature scent of Caron. So another one, and unfortunately many of the iconic perfume are discontinued, but this is Balmain, so pronounced Balmain. And I used to love Vent Vert by Balmain. So in English, translated in English, green wind. So this is a beautiful spring, earthy, green aromatic perfume. Another one is Jolie Madame, and some of you also have asked about this one in the comments and on Instagram. So Jolie Madame is discontinued, but it has a livery trail on the dry down, super powdery with a lot of iris on the middle. Every brand is super iconic here in Paris. I don't know one Parisian that don't own a perfume from this brand. This is of course Goutal, so pronounced Goutal, from the owner, the founder was Annick Goutal. So I love the story about Annick Goutal. She wasn't a Parisian, she decided to move to Paris. She was working as a model and she was also working in a store, so she has like a few different jobs. She's so passionate about perfume that she decided to launch her own brand, and here we are 30 years old after. Everybody in Paris is wearing Annick Goutal. I just love her story. Also, if you have a chance to go to Paris, stop at the historic boutique in the 7th-6th arrondissement. I love this boutique. So some of the iconic Goutal perfume. The first one is so, oh my god, so Parisian, so French. We pronounce Petite Chérie. Petite Chérie, so in English is little darling, but I think in French it's so much better to say Petite Chérie. Petite Chérie is a beautiful, fruity, light perfume, so nothing sweet in this perfume. It has a strong pear notes on the opening, very fresh, very light, slightly powdery on the middle, so if you love fruity, light, fresh perfume, this one is for you. The last one is Eau d'Adrien, so I think it was the first perfume of the brands. She started to launch her brands with Eau d'Adrien. Eau d'Adrien is super powdery and it has also this vintage vibe. If you love French vintagey perfume with super powdery notes, you're gonna love this one. Ninth brand I want to talk is also an iconic. This is of course Hermes. We say Hermes, so still with the R. And there are few fragrances I love from this brand. The most iconic one are Calèche, Kelly Calèche. So of course Calèche is a beautiful fragrance, and I don't think you can pronounce it in English. It's really a fragrance that you have to pronounce in French. Calèche is really a super powdery aromatic perfume and reminds me a lot of Miss Dior L'Original. Another one, slightly more ambery, more musky, is 24 Faubourg. So 24 Faubourg refers to the first address of Hermes, the historic address of Hermes when Hermes decided to launch their own boutique in Faubourg Saint-Honoré, one of the most iconic French fragrance brand, and I think this one is a little bit also difficult to pronounce. This is of course my beloved Christian Dior, so pronounced Christian Dior. So a few iconic and one also my favorite perfume from Christian Dior. The first one is Diorissimo, so a little bit difficult to pronounce. Diorissimo, I think is one of the most iconic perfume and probably the most Dior perfume of all Christian Dior perfume. That's why he call it Diorissimo. So this perfume is all about lily of the valley, and lily of the valley was the favorite flower of Christian Dior. Miss Dior, l'original, so pronounced Miss Dior. And in this one, it's a beautiful powdery aromatic perfume, so very aromatic on the opening. The last brand I want to teach you to pronounce correctly is Lanvin. Of course, Lanvin is such an iconic fragrance brand, so pronounce Lanvin. And of course, the most iconic Lanvin perfume is Arpège, and it was the first perfume launched by Lanvin. I love Arpège, it's a beautiful aldehyde perfume, but in this one the aldehyde is not soapy, it's super flowery. I think this is the only aldehyde I know with this kind of flowery direction. It's more flowery than soapy, and it's a little bit fruity, sweet with peach, vanilla, different kind of flowers, jasmine, lily of the valley. It's a beautiful fruity aldehyde perfume with ambery and vanilla notes. Beautiful, iconic perfume. Okay, the last one, this is a bonus and the last fragrance I want to teach you to pronounce. Unfortunately, this brand doesn't make any perfume and this brand is discontinued, but this is Christian Lacroix, one of the most iconic Parisian brands, and used to make beautiful fragrance. Unfortunately, Christian Lacroix brand disappeared, and also all their perfumes are discontinued now. The most iconic one is of course Christian Lacroix with a shelf coquillage bottle. I love this one. It's a fruity vanilla ambery perfume, beautiful for the beach. Another one I love to wear is Bazar. So Bazar is a fresh aromatic perfume, very flowery, and it's unique. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this crash course about how to pronounce the French fragrance brands correctly. I hope it helps you to pronounce your favorite fragrance in French. So don't forget to comment, don't forget also to subscribe to my channel if you love the Parisian style, the Parisian lifestyle, or everything about France. I see you very soon for another video. Bye!